Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So before we get started today reviewing our gorgeous Southern locomotive, I wanted to extend a heartfelt thank you to everybody that's watched my stuff. Very recently we crossed over to 100 subscribers, so thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope that I can continue to make stuff that you guys want to watch. Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at this Southern. It is an SD40 high hood in that beautiful tuxedo paint scheme. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so let's first take a look at our box here. So, as you can see, Broadway Limited. There's that side. That side. And of course, this side. So, yep, EMD SD40 Southern 3178 in the tuxedo scheme. This one is sound equipped. So it's got a Paragon 4 decoder in there. And the other side is the same. Alright, so with that part out of the way, let's get started looking at the actual locomotive here. I just want to say first thing that this thing is gorgeous. I mean, this tuxedo scheme looks fantastic on any locomotive it's put on. Still looks good. Alright, so let's take a look at our front right of the locomotive here. So, obviously we've got our classic SD40 truck. The bearing caps do not spin on this one, but we've got a nice plate down here, as well as doors for panels and panel handles. Our number board, of course, and it comes with a figurine in the seat, so pretty good. Antenna up here, and overall the walkways are textured, look very nice. All the grills are textured, very nice. Alright, so taking a look at the front of the locomotive here, as you can see, we've got windshield wipers on either side of the cab, as well as our sand filling port, grab irons that go all the way down, horn, another antenna, headlight, number boards, as well as our Southern Railways plaque, that same textured floorboard all around here, a zebra stripe pattern for the just general coupler area down here, as well as our coupler cut bar, MU hoses, and coupler itself. And of course you can see our little friend hanging out. Alright, and taking a look at our other side here, as you can see, basically the same. There's just no door back here, so the walkway isn't fully accessible. But we've got the same details all along, including the trucks, placard, all that stuff. This side does not have a figure. Alright, so taking a look at the center of the locomotive here, we've got more good detail. So, as you can see, this section right here, with these fans and all this, should pop off to give you access to the decoder, that kind of stuff. But otherwise, we've got our Southern branding on the side. Again, very good detail all along here for all the different grills and stuff. Fuel tanks, obviously all that stuff down there. Alright, so here we are at the back third. So as you can see, we've got same truck down here. There's that same zebra print striping, noting that there's a step right in there. And then obviously we've got our radiator details, radiator fans, along with the horn, light, or I'm sorry, that's a bell right there, light, and all the other stuff we'll take a look at here in a second. Alright, so here we are looking at the very rear or the very front of the locomotive, depending on how you want to run them. So, as you can see, there's our bell again, horn, lights, number boards, our Southern Railways placard, brake, as well as step ladder, same grading all the way around, and then much of the same detail that you get at the front of the locomotive. So we got that striped pattern here around all of our hoses and coupler cut bar, coupler itself. All right, and taking a look here at this part of the locomotive, it's much the same as the other side, so good detail all around. This is probably one of the most detailed locomotives I own currently, and the paint scheme, you just can't beat it. It's just so good. So you do have to be more careful, I think, when you're interacting with this locomotive, as there are a ton of these little tiny anchor points. So in real life, these are used to pull, for cranes to hold the locomotive shell or body off of the frame. But these are little tiny in HO scale. And so you just got to be kind of careful to not break any of these off. All right, and something else that's really neat about this locomotive is the fans turn. So I've got a little bit of compressed air here. So all 5 fans are all free spinning, and they look really good. So like I said before, this locomotive really is super detailed, and it looks really, really, really good. This Southern paint scheme is just nailed. It looks fantastic. So yeah, that should be it for the close-up look. So let's go take it over the track and run it around. All right, so here we are at the track with our beautiful Southern SD40 high hood. So I just wanted to say that this is my first Broadway Limited locomotive that I've had, and so far I'm fairly impressed. Price-wise, it's a little bit more expensive than something like a Walters Mainline or an Athearn Ready to Roll, more akin to an Athearn Genesis or so. But overall, this is a very nice running, smooth running, sounds good. It's really hard to hate on this locomotive at all. So when purchasing a Broadway Limited loco that comes with a Paragon decoder, you get this very nice, big instruction booklet. So there are so many features of this locomotive that if we went through all of them, it would probably take half an hour. So we're just going to go through a couple, and yeah, let's do it. All right, so we've got track power applied now. So let's listen to the startup. All right, so there we are, all started up. So, let's listen to our horn, as well as our bell, and all of that. so here I've turned the lights off in the room just to show you some of the locomotive lights. So as you can see, we've got cab interior lights, as well as our lit number boards, and I'm going to say these are marker lights, I believe, as well as our headlight. And here is the front of the locomotive, just looking at these lights a little bit closer. Alright, so the cab lights do turn off at speed step 4. So until then, they'll be on, and then after that, they'll be off. And as soon as it comes down to speed step 4 or below, it'll turn them back on again. Alright, so let's just go through some of the sound features. So, we already listened to the horn and the bell. So, F4 is the compressor sound. F5 allows us to ramp the RPMs up. F6 allows us to ramp the RPMs back down again. 7 controls our Mars lights or classification lights. 8 is mute. F10 allows us to do our radiator cooling fan. Eleven is our air release or air fill also. Twelve is to set the brakes. And then 13 is the grade crossing. And then it also does announcements for passenger or for freight. As well as maintenance sounds.
Hey, have you got a pick on there? Yes, I do, over. There's a switch that's froze up and they need it fixed out. Alright, copy that. I'll get down there, over.
Alright, in addition to these, we've also got radio sounds.
I'll give you a holler after it gets fired. Thanks. That's good radio.
As well as city radio chatter.
You can run on maximum authorized speed. That's Roger.
And farm setting as well.
Yeah, what time you usually hit for the barn, over?
Alright, so that seems like it is basically all of the audio features that this locomotive has. So let's just throw in our first speed step here and see how she goes. Alright, so let's just throw on 4 speed steps here to see the lights turn off. Yep, there they go. So before we finish this video out, I wanted to show you one more feature that I think is pretty cool that this locomotive has, and that is a capacitor that allows the locomotive to continue running even if track power is lost. So if, let's say, you have kind of a dead spot, it should be able to cruise right on over it without a problem. It's got a couple of seconds in it, so it's pretty good actually. So I'm going to pull track power in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so track power is pulled. As you can see, no life. So that's how long you have. About, I would say, 2 or 3 seconds. So well enough to get over a little dead spot. Obviously, if you lose power or something, it's not going to run forever. But it's pretty nice. This layout is kind of old, so it definitely has some dirty spots and some dead spots in it. And it actually allows for much more seamless operation, whereas most locomotives, when they hit that dead spot, you know, the noise may cut out. It may still run and get over there, but then you have to go through the whole startup sequence again, and it's a whole process to get it working again. So this having the capacitor to allow it to continue to run even if track power is lost for a second, it's a pretty nice feature. Alright, so I wanted to demonstrate the capacitor one more time. So as you can see, the pro cab's got power. That's the wrong direction. So power cab, has got power. So let's just accelerate out a little bit here. Set that down. So as you can see, the locomotive's happily going. And oh no, track power is cut. So again, it's not a whole super long time or anything, but it is pretty nice when, again, you know, you just have a dead spot or an unclean spot, that it will continue to operate even for that second or two. Alright, so that about does it for a running and review of the BLI Southern SD40 High Hood. This is a fantastic locomotive. It is super detailed, lots of lights and good sounds. So yeah, I think this one is definitely worth the money. As I kind of alluded to earlier, it is a little bit pricier over some. However, I think that, you know, the features that you get in here just make it absolutely worth it. It's got everything. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe, and have a good day.